Yep.
Today is making roti Trinidad style with Samantha and yours truly, Trin. We're going to show you how to make authentic Trini roti. First, we're going to start by showing you our pot of curry. And it's right over here. As you can see, the curry's already cooking, simmering, and that's chicken curry. And right next to this, the ingredients that we're going to add now, which is the potatoes, freshly cut Idaho potatoes, not Trinidad potatoes, but Idaho potatoes. And we're going to add it into the pot slowly. I'm going to ask Samantha to come and kind of just turn it about. You don't want to stir it, but you kind of want to just blend it in. And as she blends it in, it gives you that nice curry color. And we get that blend as the potatoes start to cook. Awesome, Samantha. Great job. Now, we have the curry powder, and the curry powder, Samantha will show you that we prefer to use, is a product of Trinidad and Tobago, and that's the genuine curry powder. And now we're going to go ahead and begin with our flour. Over here we have the ingredients, which we just basically use all-purpose flour, and then we use some oil, a dash of curry powder, lukewarm water. You should be able to stand the water, not too hot, not too cold. And this is our secret ingredient. We add a little bit of condensed milk to give it that sweet flavor. And then we have what's called our split peas. It's yellow split peas, which has been boiled, grounded into very fine pieces, making sure that you don't have any hard pieces of the peas. And we add something which is called cumin to it, and some people call it jeera. We add that to it, and we add a little salt and a little black pepper, and kind of season it with your hands. You really get it going when you use your hands. And that'll be added a little bit later, and we'll show you that a little bit later. Now we're going to have Samantha go ahead, and she's going to be the one to knead the flour. And as you see, she's going to pour some of the flour into the big pan, a big pan enough that she'll be able to really knead it well because we're not using a mixer. And she's going to pour a little bit more. What we're trying to do today is make at least 25 to 30 rotis. So that would take a little bit more than a half a bag of all-purpose flour. Make sure you don't use the self-rising flour and you use all-purpose flour. Just a little bit more. We're almost there. And Samantha's going to check to make sure that that is about 3/4 of a bag of flour. And if it's not, she'll add just a little bit more. She's going to add some more flour. Great. Great. And what I'm going to do for Samantha right now is go ahead and pour the oil. What we use is just plain old vegetable oil. And we just pour a little. There's no real measurement to it. You know, like down-home cooking, you kind of know exactly what to add. And then after we're done with that now, Samantha's going to go ahead and add that little, it's about I would say about a half a teaspoon of curry powder. And she's going to go ahead and put that in there. And that's going to just give it a little color, the roti, as we bake it on the baking stone. Then what she'll do is she'll go ahead and add about a half a teaspoon of salt. Just regular table salt. That's good. She's going to sprinkle that throughout. And the special ingredients, which is the condensed milk, what it does is it kind of blends with the salt, giving it a nice tangy flavor. So a lot of people don't know about this ingredient, but this is something that my mom taught me to do because she's from a place in Trinidad where they actually make a lot of roti, which is called Rio Claro. This is an Indian dish, and she was raised amongst a lot of Indians, and there she learned to make roti. And also my great-great-grandfather is from Bombay, India, so it's kind of in our family, so we enjoy making roti. Next, Samantha's going to take the lukewarm water and slowly pour as she takes her other hand, or whichever hand she's going to knead with. I think she's probably going to knead with her right hand. Okay, so she's going to pour with her left hand. And as she pours, she's going to knead the flour. Good. Good, making it nice and moist. Don't want it too wet. Want good consistency as we do it. Good. A little bit more. Pour just a little bit more. Good, and now she's just going to relax on the water for now and go ahead and concentrate on the kneading of the flour. And you have to have some strong hands to be able to knead flour if you don't have a flour mixer, a dough mixer I should call it. And she's just going to knead that in really good. And at some point she's probably going to need just a little bit more water. And just kind of knead it in. Continue to knead it. Good. And she just kneads that flour. Just making sure that she gets everything from around the outside, and just add some more water. Good. She adds that water. Continue to knead it. And it's so funny, but I didn't even realize that, you know, we hadn't planned on making this video, and it's just so funny to see Samantha with her Trini shirt on today, representing Trinidad while she kneads that flour. Yes, thank you for representing Trinidad, Samantha. And it's great that she does this because we try to keep it in the family, keep the tradition going. Good, she's kneading that flour, trying to get it consistent. And we try to keep the tradition going. Samantha was actually born here in the U.S., and isn't it awesome that she still knows how to make roti, because we have to keep these traditions going. And she's getting it nice and consistent. Looks like she may need a little bit more water there. Good, it's coming along great. While Samantha's kneading that, we're going to check over here on our pot of curry. Just kind of take a look on how that's going. Oh, that looks scrumptious already, doesn't it? Edric is our videographer, and he's looking at it like he is ready to eat. So we just had some company come into the kitchen, but we'll talk with him a little bit later.
Oh, really?
But we're back to the kneading of the flour here. And she's going to add some more water. Good. And get it all consistent and nicely kneaded. Good, it's coming along great. It looks really, really good. Delicious. What I'm going to do while Samantha's still kneading the flour is show you what we call a baking stone. In India they call it a tawa, but in Trinidad we call it a baking stone. And these can be found in certain Caribbean stores, Trinidad stores and things like that. And this is actually what we're going to make the roti on. So while I put that in, Samantha's going to continue kneading and giving us a nice consistent look. And Samantha's going to need just a little bit more flour because it's a little sticky, and we kind of want to get that stickiness out. While we're doing that, we're going to ask our DJ, Andrew, to put on some music for us to replay the song that we were playing earlier to kind of get into the mode, and that's Michelle Montano, The Big Truck, trying to get into the carnival mode and the roti mode. And we're here in South Georgia, and we don't have a lot of roti shops, so we kind of have to make sure that we can do this ourselves, and hope that it can help you out there that may want to make roti that have never done it before. So in a minute, what we're going to do is, while Samantha continues to knead this, we're going to take a break until the flour is ready, and then we're going to show you how we separate it to actually roll it into the actual roti itself. So we're going to take a break right now, and we'll be back shortly.